Good morning, class. Let us start with the next class for today. In the previous class, we have discussed about the shapes like rectangle, square, parallelogram, and triangle. And we discussed the related terminologies, the formulae for parameter and area of the related terms. Today, we are going to study the next 2D shape, that is circles. Let us start. Circles. Circles. Before that, let me draw a circle in its simplest form. It's like a circle. So can I say it's a round shaped figure? Okay. Round shaped figure. Can you see any vertices? Can you see any edges? Yes. No vertices. No edges. Here the definition of circles over, you might be thinking. In the simplest form, if anyone asks you that what is circle, you will definitely say it's a round shaped figure having no vertices, no edges, etc. But being a professional, and if you want to impress anyone, how will you impress somebody with the definition of a circle? Let's see, I'll be writing. First of all, let me do one thing that I'm going to do right now. I'll take one point which is called fixed point, called center. From this point, I'm going to draw the various points at fixed point, fixed distance. The points at fixed distance. The points at fixed distance. The points at fixed distance, the point 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 at fixed distance, and the point at fixed distance. Have you seen what I did? With the center, with this fixed point, I drew various points at the fixed or equal distance from this. Now, if I join all these points, let's see what I'll be getting. Let's see. If I join all these points together, what I got? I got circle. You are not getting this, it's like, but if I'm talking about this shape, it's circle, round shape circle. Why? Because if I take the measurements properly with the scale and everything, it would have been circle. But I hope with this also you got 1 point. Now understand the technical definition of circle. What is circle? It is a locus. This word is very important. Locus. Locus means shape. Locus means shape. Understand what is locus. Locus is the shape which is obtained by joining or tracing the points. Locus is the shape that is the traced by joining the points. If any figure is given to you and you join the point, you will be getting a particular locus for that particular figure. So since here the locus, if I join the points, the locus which I got, the shape is circle. The locus of a points which are at equal distance from a fixed point. Understand, very important. Locus means shape. I got a circular shape, no doubt, of points which are at equal distance. These points are equal distance. All points are equal distance. This point I am talking about. They are at equal distance from the fixed point. What is this fixed point called? Yes or no? And this equal distance is known as radius. So this is also radius. this is also radius, this is also radius, this is also radius, this is also radius. So all are radius. Are we clear? So understand the definition. It's a locus, it's a shape of a point which is obtained. What shape we obtain? Circle. So locus means joining a point, shape of a points which are at equal distance from the fixed point. What is that fixed point? Center, very important. At equal distance. What is that distance called? This distance is called radius. And this locus shape is a circle. This is what is the technical definition of a circle. It is the locus of the points which are at equal distance from a fixed point called center. This is very important. See, being a child, if you give this definition, round shape figure, no vertices, no edges, fair enough. But being a smart child, being a child with a great IQ, if you give this particular definition, you included the most important parameters of a circle, center and radius in your definition. With these two definitions, you are not able to get what is center, is there a part, center is the part of a circle, what is radius, is the radius part of a circle. But with this definition, all the points are very much clear that it is locus shape, circular shape of points which are at equal distance, means radius from a fixed point called center. Are we clear? So this is what is the technical definition of a circle. Clear with this? What do you think now? The next point. Is this circle made up of only finite points? Means finite points means you are able to see only finite points? No ways. This is made up of infinite points. Do remember. Infinite points. Circle is made up of infinite. You cannot count the number of points it is available for. Infinite points. Are we clear? Next thing. Let's move on. Clear with the basics of circle? That what is circle? The center, the fixed point, very very important. The radius, that is the equal distance from the center. Now, one thing more. Let's have this. If I am considering this as the center, this is as the radius. Now, OA is the radius, RE. Similarly, if I consider this OB, what is OB called? Again radius. Now, if somebody asks you what is AB called? AB means OB plus OA. AB means OB plus OA. OB is R, OA is R plus R, it is 2R. Hence 2R, AB is called diameter. Di means twice. Twice the meter means radius. That is why diameter is always twice the radius. Are we clear? And hence this point, this line segment passing through a center is always called diameter. Diameter is a line segment passing through a center. Diameter always passes through a center, do remember. You may get in higher classes, you learn about chord, you learn about secant, you learn about tangent. That is a complete different prospect. But till now, a line segment passing through a center is called diameter. Why I am saying line segment? Because there is a measurement. There is a measure of this diameter always. Are we clear? So twice the radius is called diameter. Now let's move on to the formulae for the perimeter and the area. Perimeter and the area of circle. But now the perimeter word will not be used for circles. Let us understand why. Though, let's have a figure first again. Understand? Let's understand the figure first. This is radius. Now, if I were talking about, let's understand this point. I was discussing about center, radius point. Now, I started moving along this point, the boundary of this point. I started moving. I moved, and I reached the point I started. What I did? I moved along the boundary. If I am moving along the boundary, what is it called? Yes, it is called parameter. No doubt, it is called parameter. Parameter means move along the boundary. Simple. But parameter, per meter means there should be a length. There should be a straight path. Parameter means there should be a straight path. But here we cannot see the straight path. Let me draw the proper circle once, please. This is R, and we'll be moving along this path. There should be a straight path, but the path is not straight. It's not straight, right? So what we'll do? We'll not call it parameter. We'll call it as circumference. Circumference. What we call circumference. Hence, the parameter of a circle is known as circumference of a circle. Why circum? Because it's a curved figure. That is why the name came circumference. Circumference means you are covering the circle. Circumference. Are we clear? And the formula is 2 pi r. 2 pi r. 2 pi r. What is r? R is a radius. This word mu is for you. This is called pi. It's called pi. Pi. Whose value is fixed 22/7 or 3.14. Understand this. Value is fixed 22/7 or 3.14. The value is very much fixed for this particular pi. Now, you might be thinking how we got this pi. I'll tell you. Can I write 2r is always diameter? We always know that. So, can I write this formula as pi d? Understand. Circumference. Now, try to understand. Where does this pi come from? What happened when mathematicians were finding the generic formula for circumference and they were calculating the value of circumference? They found that circumference is directly proportional to diameter, but it is not exactly equal to diameter. They found that it is equal. If diameter is increasing, the circumference is increasing. But they found that the circumference is not exactly equal to the diameter. Hence, what they did, scientists found that on dividing circumference with a diameter, they were getting fixed value again and again. They took various circumferences and correspondingly diameters. On dividing circumference by a diameter, they were getting this value, fixed value 22/7 in each and every case. And hence, they gave it the name pi. It means that if I multiply 22/7 with diameter, it will always give me the exact circumference. It will always give me the exact circumference. And hence, pi came into the picture. Pi is a constant whose value is known for circumference upon diameter. If you find any circumference and corresponding diameter, if you divide, you will definitely get 22/7 or 3.14. Hence, pi is a constant value. It is fixed value. Are we clear? Are we clear how we got circumference? Circumference is 2 pi r. Circumference, then we 2r is pi, means d diameter. Then on dividing circumference with the diameter, we always get this value pi, which is fixed value. Are we clear? Any doubt anyone is having in this? So circumference formula is 2 pi r. 2 pi r and pi value is fixed 22/7 or 3.14. Very smartly you have to take the value. Either you will be taking 22/7 or 3.14. It depends. So you will be taking the value keeping the calculations in mind. If you want to simplify your calculation, you want to be very simple with the calculation, just see what value is given of the radius. Because radius is something which decides pi value. Because if the radius is the multiple of 7, you can easily cut. Or if you remove the diameter, if you remove the decimeter, it's 100. So radius is the multiple of 10. You can simply solve that. So you have to be very smart in that case. Now let's see the area of a circle. Area of a circle. Area formula is pi r square. It's pi r square. Again I am repeating, it's pi r square. It means pi value you will put r, whatever the radius is given, just square it and you will be getting the area. Area means absolutely the interior part. Interior part. Why it is 2D figure? Because r coming two times. That is why it is 2D figure. Clear? R square. R into R. Two lengths are included. That is why 2D shape figure. Clear with this? Let's have a question on this from the exercise 11.3. Please open your books. 11.3, first question. Find the circumference of the following circles with the following radius. The first question is exercise 11.3, first question. Find the circumference of the following circle. First radius is given to us. Question first. Radius is 7 of, let it be 14 centimeter. We have to find the circumference. What is the formula of circumference of a circle? Circumference of the circle is 2 pi r. And in the question he has clearly given, take pi is equal to 22/7. What is given in the question, you have to do the question accordingly. If it's not mentioned, you can take any value, but if it's mentioned, it's your prior duty, it's your obligation to follow that value only. Clear? Now, 2 pi value is 22/7, r is 14. I can cut. 7 2 is 14. 22 into 2, it's 44. 44 into 2, it's 88. 88 centimeter is the circumference of that circle with radius 14 centimeter. Rest of the part 28 means you can do. Come to question number 2. Find the area of the following circles given that. Now the question is, find the area. I will be doing second part in which diameter is given. Diameter is 49 meter. So I can convert it radius. Diameter is